guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. I have a really exciting video today. I'm going to be filming my Annotating My Books Part 2 video. Part 1 of this video was more so talking about how I annotate my books and books that I wanted to annotate. This one is me talking about all of the books, which is only 4, that I've annotated since my last video. My last video I had only annotated Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I will be making a part 3 of all of my Harry Potter books once they're all fully annotated, so look out for that in the coming months. But I have 4 books to talk about today. I'm only going to be doing a partial flip through. I did a poll on Twitter of what I should do, full or partial flip through. Partial one. So I'm just going to be showing my favorite annotations from each one, except for one. The first one that I annotated was Wonder by R.J. Palacio. Then I annotated The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Then I annotated Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. And then the last one is Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli. Okay, so before I actually get into the annotation process with these ones, I want to talk about how my annotations have changed since my last video. Let me go grab my pencil pouch. But this is where I keep all of my pencils and everything in here that I need for annotating. I also have tabs that don't fit in there. I use these tabs from a dollar store. They're just neon sticky notes from Selectum. They're okay. They're just what I had access to and I needed tabs, and now I feel like I have to stick with them because they have all the colors that I want. Not currently on there, but the colors that come on here are orange, yellow, pink, green, and blue. So I'm going to tell you what my tabbing system is and highlighting. I don't think my highlighting has changed, but I'll just recap. So yellow is for favorite parts and like including fangirling and plot things. This is my most generalized highlighter. Then we have pink, which is quotes, and blue, which is sad, and then orange, which I'm missing, is funny, and then green, which I'm also missing, is anger. So that's just how I do that. For tabs, yeah, blue is sad. So I try to correlate it as much as possible with my highlighting. So blue is sad, yellow is favorite parts including fangirling, pink is for quotes, orange is for funny, and green is for anger. So that way I don't get confused. So I try to match them up if I can as closely as possible. So that's what I do. So okay, so let's talk about each book, I guess. Wonder is the first one that I did. So I annotated this one because this is my favorite book of all time, excluding Harry Potter. We never include Harry Potter when I talk about my favorite book. But this is my favorite like standalone book, favorite book in general. I love it. It's a beautiful story, and so I wanted to annotate it. And the last thing that I did to it was I colored the edges of the book. I also wrote choose kind on the side. That's my least favorite part. I really wish that I hadn't done that because it looks really ugly. It's fine. It says choose kind and it's just blue all the way around, and I really like that. On the naked book, I defaced the front. I defaced the front to look like this. So basically what I did was I took a piece of paper from a dictionary. I wish I used an actual book page, but at the time that I did this, I only had dictionary paper available to me for it to rip out. So I used the dictionary page and I just drew his face on it, cut out to be the shape of his face, and then I just matted it on some blue paper. And then all around his face I wrote out my favorite quotes. That was really fun. I had fun annotating this book. I wrote in blue pen because like the cover is blue and everything like that, so I just want to keep the blue theme, so I wrote in blue pen. But yeah, I'll go through that more in the flip through, which you'll see now, I suppose. Okay, so for Wonder, I just did some simple little annotations. There's not a whole lot. But yeah, there's just some things sprinkled here and there, little writing like that. I can totally relate to this, unfortunately, growing apart from old friends in high school, or rather friends growing away from you. There was one part I wanted to show. I did highlights on like the different point of view starters. There was one point of view that I did something extra to. So for Miranda, I colored her hair pink. just because they talk about her hair being pink. So I did that. Tiffio's is the one that I'm most excited to talk about, I must admit. I had the most fun annotating this book. This book and Harry Potter are the books that I've had the most fun annotating in general. So I tabbed this one. I think this was the first one that I had tabbed properly, and I love it. So this one has a slightly different method because I was using different tabs. So purple instead meant funny, I think. This was the most fun, and the reason why it was the most fun is because this is one of my most favorite books in the world, and I was so excited to reread it and see if I still loved it as much as the first time. I did. But I did something different. I did illustrations in this book, which I think is really fun. So when I do my flip through in a minute, you will see all the illustrations that I did, because like I said, I'm going to be doing pretty much a full flip through this one, showing you all of my different drawings and everything, because I tried to get artistic with this one because there's a lot of symbolism and things to draw within the story. So I had a lot of fun with this one. I can't wait to possibly reread it another day and add even more illustrations and annotations to it, but I had a absolute blast annotating this book. Okay, so for The Fault in Our Stars, I just want to show you guys my illustrations in this one, basically. So on each chapter, I did that little cloud around the chapter header there, which I really enjoy. I did a little oxygen tank right there because they were talking about her oxygen tank. I did a roller coaster right there for the quote, "I'm on a roller coaster that only goes up, my friend," because that's one of my favorite quotes. An axe, because she said you could be an axe murderer. I think I'm going to color that one in eventually. I drew a little cigarette, because that's the first time we see Augustus with a cigarette. And then on the next page, he's talking about his metaphor, so I drew a bigger cigarette, and it says it's a metaphor. I drew a little okay at the top there when that quote first pops up. And then I drew maybe okay will be our always in pink pencil crayon. I drew little orange tulips because he talked about orange tulips when he took her to the Dutch little playground thing. And we got a swing set, airplane window. I really like this page. It's the champagne stars page. I drew champagne glasses there and then stars around the whole page. Then we did Simon versus the Homo Sapiens agenda. This one was also fun. So here's a fun story that you would have seen if you watched my wrap up from the time that I reread it. So I first reread it because of the movie. And then after I saw the movie, I wanted to re-experience the ending, so I just wanted to read the ending of the book. But then as I was reading the ending, I was like, no, I need to start from the beginning. I need to devour this story again. So I reread it for a second, or I reread it again, and I annotated it. And I wrote in red for this one because, you know, the theme of the book is red on the cover, so I wrote in red. I had a lot of fun doing this one, and I'll show you just some of my favorite ones when I did the flip through. But I had a fun time annotating this one. I'm pretty sure that I reread it in like one sitting. It was a blast. I had a lot of fun with this one. I'm not really that excited to talk about this one, but we have Leah on the Offbeat. If you know my feelings on this book, you know that I'm not the hugest fan of it. I really enjoyed it when I first read it, and then I just slowly like realized that I didn't actually enjoy it all that much. So I'm a little upset that I annotated it, but it is cool to like flip back through it and see what my like initial reactions were and like any thoughts that I had about what was going to happen. So like that's really cool because this is the first time that I've ever annotated a book during my first read, so that was kind of cool. I have one more thing to say before we end this video. I know this one's probably not as exciting as the last one. I love annotating. I love being able to express my feelings and write them down. It's so freeing. It's like a really fun experience, and I definitely recommend it. I only like doing it on my favorite books. I probably won't be doing it on first books anymore just because it wasn't as enjoyable. You know what I mean? So thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. Give it a huge thumbs up if you did. Comment down below what your thoughts are on annotating, if you've annotated any books. It's one of my favorite things to do now. I have so much fun. Subscribe if you have not yet already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!